Hello there. I wanted to do a new card for you today. We're gonna do honeybee, bumblebee. Here's actual photo of the bumblebee. Let me see if you can see it. There you go. Now you can see it. Or I don't know which way is best for you. Let me flip it over and there's the little bug. So we're gonna try to copy it today as much as possible. So I'll be going back to it to look at it. So I have the card base. I got this new paper that I was in love with. It's by BoBunny. And let's see if I can find the name of it. It is Beautiful You Honeycomb. Here, I'll just put that up there so you can see it. There you go. So I'm gonna try to do the video camera a little more back so you can see more of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna ink it up just a little bit on the edges and let it sit and dry. And I'm using the vintage photo by Tim Holtz, the normal one. So let's do this real quick. Just give it a darker edge so it's not so yellow on the sides. And this is just a stamp that I don't really use. It's kind of cute, but I still don't use it. So I just put some felt on it, and it gives me a little of a tool to work with. And I can pick up as much ink with it as I want and go as far as I want with it. But I'll show you the done edge. See how it's brown here? And then this one is not done at all. See how bright it is? And you can see the ink on here. My lighting on the camera is not as great, so I can't always tell what you can see. But I'm just covering up the edges to make them darker. Kind of finishes it off instead of leaving it all white looking. Plus, wherever you cut, most of the paper is white core and then colors printed on both sides. So this way you take that away and make it more neutral. Okay, that's pretty good. So here's what it turned out to be. And then I'm gonna set it aside, let it dry so I don't smear the brown everywhere. Let's put this away for a second. Make sure my hands are all clean. And then the next thing is I'm gonna be using one of these, this one, the Beehive Tim Holtz set. The name of it is Mixed Media. So it's the Beehive one that I'm using. One of the tips I learned recently, they came out with these books of sheets, but I have like mailing postage. When I peel off, there's this backing with a perfect cover. So I use it when I use my die cut. So when I die cut the paper, for it not to be stuck in there, I just use one of these. And then it comes off easy. Ta-da! And you could actually use this as a mask because this is more sturdier than the normal paper. So you can use it over and over on doing some kind of a mixed media theme. Or you can just cut it out and use it also. So I'm going to put that aside. This is what I cut out. And another thing that I decided to do, I'm gonna use some of these little honeycombs, and I'm gonna put them on the paper here and there, depending kind of on where I want the actual cutout to go. But So I could have done it out of brown paper. Decided not to. So I inked these up because I cut it out of white. I inked them up. I'm gonna glue a few of them here and there. So basically all I did is the cutout, put it on here, ink it up, and the longer you leave it on here, the more ink it picks up. So you can leave it for a little while. And it's going to be more darker like this. See, this one is a double, so you can even put it on like that maybe. And then let's do a few more just so we have extras to work with. We might go back and do more, I don't know, we'll see. There's one. Oh, there's another double. Let's do another double one. It'll be easier to glue it on. Enough for now. We can always add more. I'm just going to save them to the side here. Get all of these out of there and to the side. So what I could do is actually probably put that on my base here. Let's get all these extras out. I can cut it out. I know it comes right on the paper, but since I'm going to be using the yellow background, I don't want it right on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to ink this up also. Let's get that other one. I could have inked up, I guess, the paper beforehand. That way I would have everything on there. Guess I'll just use a baby wipe and clean up whatever I end up not using on here. And we'll do this to kind of pick up even more of the ink. Close this up. Okay, let's get a baby wipe. Clean up my surface and my hands, for that matter. Okay, wipe it all off so it's all nice and clean. Okay, we don't need the die cut anymore, I don't think. You never know, but okay. So I'm going to cut out this part right here. And just kind of go with the honeycomb shape as you cut it out. It'll look a little better, like it's supposed to be that way instead of just you figuring it out. So let's do this here a little bit more, like that. Okay. So what I was thinking is of putting it right here on top. The sheet right there. Okay, now let's go with our little honeybees. Okay, so I have some that are little ones, different ones, and then there's one with the body and then the actual, I think those are the wings for it, or I don't know. So let's cut out of white and then we'll try and see what colors we need. We'll figure this out. I'll figure it out with you, I guess, as we go. Okay. Okay, so here are the little beads. Oh, I should have used that sheet. Well, we'll just poke it out this way. They're not that small pieces. Okay, this one has little ones in there. Pull those out. Okay, so here's what we got. There's the body. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be glued like this, one on top of the other. And then the actual body goes on top of that. I think that's how you're supposed to make it. And then this is probably supposed to be black. So let's color it, put it together, and see what we get. Or it might be the other way around. I don't know. Well, we're going to try. If not, I can always die cut another one. So that one's not going to be black. Those are going to be white because of the wings. And we could actually make them 3D with some pop-up dots. So let's glue some of this together and see how it turns out to be. Okay, we're just going to glue the middles so the wings can move. Glue it right on top of that one, like that. And so, now let's figure out from here. It's going to be one of two things. Either do this in yellow and that in black, or the opposite. It's supposed to be the opposite. So, but I can just color this in yellow. And then this little guy's gonna be all black. It would have been, I guess, easier if I just did that one in yellow, but it's okay. I'm learning how to use this one. It's my first time using this die, so figuring out all the little pieces, how they go. My fingers are all black now. Okay, let's wash that a bit so I don't get anything dirty. Okay, so now we need to glue this little body on. So the antennas don't get glued on, but the rest of it does. Okay. There we go. I could have outlined the wings in black, I guess. Probably could go back and do that a little bit. Just like that. I'll stand out a little bit more. Just with the tip of my marker, just like that. Okay, so here's my little bee. Ta-da! And I didn't glue the wings, so you can actually lift up maybe the top ones, like that. Make it a 3D. I'm definitely going to put some pop-up dots on there, on my little bee. On here. And where do we want this little guy? Oh, I can color his wings this way even more. just have to be careful not to get that one dirty in the back. In the middle of it. Okay. Nice. Worked out better than I thought. Oh, by the way, I wanted to warn you guys. My videos this video camera tends to cut off at about 30 minutes. So, I will try to do it as quick as I can, but it doesn't always work out that way. We'll do a few of these bees then. So we're not going to do the little bodies. I think we'll don't need those, but we are going to cut some more of these out and make a few more of these little bees. Maybe 2 more. So. Okay, so here are little bees again. Let's go over the wings real quick first before I forget to do that. There's one. There's 2, and it's okay that it goes on the head or the body because it's going to be glued one on top of the other, so it doesn't really matter. Just as long as the wings stay nice and clean on the inside. Just the outsides. Okay, so we got that. Last one. Okay, so now we're going to poke these little things out. And this one, and just color them in black. Okay. I'm just going to use the side. It's easier and quicker this way for me. Make sure to do it on the side of the bee too, and even inside, that way the white doesn't go through. You could just cut it out of black paper, make it quicker, so you don't have to color it in black at all. And I tend to go from the inside also, because wherever there's an edge of the paper that's white, it's going to stay white. So there's that. So colored there. Let's start gluing, and we'll color the yellow. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to my videos so you don't miss the new ones that come out. Okay, so these are going to be the bottoms. Because of the wings, the lower wings need to stay at the bottom. This will go on top of it. Make sure you line it up all well. They fit perfectly. And then let's do the other ones. It's a little off, so okay, there I go, I fixed it. Now let's grab the yellow marker, colored body yellow. You don't need to do the head, but I just doing it anyways. There's that one. These are Copics. I love Copics. Glue this on. Remember, don't do the antennas. Don't put any glue there. Stick it right on top of that one. Ta-da! There's another of my beads. And one more. Okay. And I'm just lining it up. Let me show you. Just right on top. I just line up the last piece. So there's the bottom. Then there's this one with the wings, and then the little antenna goes on top. I'll lift up the top wings, just like that. Let's do a couple more pop-up dots. One. Mine are not that tall pop-up dots. I actually like how high they are. So we can do maybe one on top and a couple of them here at the bottom. Maybe next to each other, facing different directions. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be my card. Let me show you. Maybe I'll glue it on. Should work. Shouldn't take too long. Let me glue it on. Let me show you first, just in case it cuts it off. There you go. Quick, easy, simple, fun, and beautiful. You could actually, if you want to find a big bee, you can do that too. But so here's that, in case it cuts it off again. But let me glue it all on here. Shouldn't take too long, but we'll see. Oh, and I love this back, beautiful blue. I mean, for a night sky, for anything, it's just gorgeous. I love that blue color. Kind of feel bad using it, but this paper's just, both sides are just so fun. I love it. That's why I got quite a few sheets. Okay. Remember, do the double-sided strong permanent tape I do on the outside so it holds better. To make sure it holds really well, I'm using also this kind of a glue in the middle. I'm using a combination to make sure it holds well. Then just press the corner so it comes off easy, and just start peeling. My nails are not very long right now at all, and it comes off just fine when you press on them. Okay, actually, I have a trash can nearby today. So let's line this up. And the easiest way is lining up the side that opens. You want to make sure that one is the best looking one. So you line up all three sides. I do my tops, my card bases are A7, so they're 5 by 7. So I cut off a quarter from each end, which is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. That way they fit perfectly. And then we'll glue this on. Oh, there it goes. Lost my glue there for a second. I may do a few dabs here and there for the inside, but not much glue because it's quite thin of a bumblebee. in it, the glue is really going to be, so I'm just going to do where they meet, just tiny dots here and there, so it doesn't come off too much. Just very tiny little glue dots here. Less of a mess to clean up. Do one here since it's not holding too much there. If you have extra glue, just spread it out where you need some more. Like right here, I put a little too much on this area. It's gonna ooze out a little bit. It's okay. We'll just wipe it off. Okay. Put it right on the corner, probably is gonna be best. Just like that. Okay, there's all that. You can try to fit it as much as you can to it, but okay, let's glue some of these on. Like that. I never tend to put them in the same spots, so I'm just gonna do my best of doing whatever I want, and make sure the sides line up though, otherwise it's not gonna look good. Of the honeycomb, the brown one in the background, that's what I was talking about really. Okay. You know what? I think I might put the bees on here first and then kind of go from there, or where I want the little honeycombs. Put one bee up here, right there, and then the other ones will go down here. Straight your line. See, because of that, I'm going to put a few of these browns at the bottom actually. Because I think it's going to be best if they're down there. Oh, that's why I like glue. You can move it over and get it where you want it to be. Okay. You can always go back and add more of the little brown squares. Kind of depends how much you want to cover up. So there's the card. I hope you like it. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.